What is happening, everybody? Trey here, joined as always by my dad Sean, and today we got one of the hip hop goats, the Notorious B.I.G. reaction to a song off of one of the more famous hip hop records of all time, one of the better debut records I think of any genre, Ready to Die. We got the song "Me and My Bitch," so we're out here. This comes courtesy of suggestion from our patron Rory.
Thank you, Rory.
Always enjoy conversing with you on Patreon, Rory, and always give us a nice eclectic mix here. And this song comes off of that Ready to Die record, and it's an ode to the perfect girlfriend. And it's a sweet song at heart. That's what Genius says, but it's sprinkled with some fairly misogynistic ideas. And I think before we get into this for people, because this might be a shock to some people.
Yeah, if you're not into profanity and just some real straight shooting here, I would probably just skip this video, and it's fine. There's no hard feelings whatsoever.
But this whole record is kind of a. It's kind of a concept album for those who don't know it. And Biggie really, because I've listened to this record before. It's been a while, but it kind of takes that gangster, mafia type of almost persona that Biggie would push into a lot, right. And he kind of makes a concept record around it. Details out the violence and this and that. So if you think of it as that, I think that's a different, like almost like you're watching a movie. Like we love gangster movies. I think that's sometimes
a good way to frame it.
What people don't understand whenever they hear hip hop songs or that, where we push into the violence, this or that, they get very off put, and then they'll watch Game of Thrones or Goodfellas or something. So I think that's a good.
That's a good point.
But anyways, I don't really remember this song too much. We'll have the lyrics pulled up.
I've never heard it. Your mom and I reacted to Juicy off this
right,
album.
Yeah.
And this one features Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Sean Combs, whatever you want to call him. At this point, he was Puff Daddy. Obviously, he produced this along with Chucky Thompson and Blues Brothers. So he jumps in on here as he so often did back in the day.
That's right, man. So shout out to Rory. We got the lyrics pulled up, and let's see what Biggie's got in store.
Let me ask you a question, yo. Yo, would you kill for me?
The act of making love.
Took you so long, some motherfucker. Fuck wrong with you, bitch.
When I met you, I admit my first thoughts was a trick. You look so good, huh? I suck on your daddy's dick. I never felt that way in my life. It didn't take long before I made you my wife. Got no rings and shit, just my main squeeze. Coming to the crib, even had a set of keys. During the days, you helped me bag up my nickels. In the process, I admit I tricked a little, but you was my bitch, the one that never snitched. Love me when I'm broke or when I'm filthy fucking rich. And I admit, when the time is right, the wine is right, I treat you right. You talk slick, I beat you right.
But you know you love that, don't you?
Just me and my bitch. 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 Moonlight strolls with the hoes, oh no, that's not my stilo. I want a bitch that like to play CeeLo and crack, packing gats in a coach bag, steaming dime bags. A real bitch is all I want, all I ever had. With a rock just as strong as me, toting guns just as long as me. The bitch belongs with me. Any plans with another bitch, my bitch is swollen. One day she used my toothbrush to clean the toilet. Throwing my clothes out the window, so when the wind blows, I see my polos and Timbos. Hide my car keys so I can't leave. A real slick bitch keep a trick up her sleeve. And if I deceive, she won't take it lightly. She'll invite me politely to fight G. And then we lie together, cry together. I swear to God, I hope we fucking die together. Just me and my bitch. 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 Just me and my bitch.
Ain't no jokes, ain't no jokes, ain't no jokes.
Just me and my bitch. She helped me plan out my robberies on my enemies. Didn't didn't hesitate to squeeze to get my life out of danger. One day she put 911 on the pager. Had to call back whether it's minor or major. No response, the phone just rung. Grab my vest, grab my gun to find out the problem. When I pulled up, police was on the scene. Had to make the U-turn, make sure my shit was clean. Drove down the block, stashed the burner in the bushes. Stepped to police with the shoves and the pushes. It didn't take long before the tears start. I saw my bitch dead with the gunshot to the heart. And I know it was meant for me. I guess the niggas felt they had to kill the closest one to me. And when I find them, their life was to an end. They killed my best friend. Me and my bitch. Me and my bitch. Me and my bitch. Just me and my bitch. Just me and my bitch. Me and my bitch. Just 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 me and my bitch. Yeah. Just me and my bitch. Just me and my bitch. Me and my bitch. Me and my bitch. Yeah. Just me and my bitch.
When did you first start rapping?
I was like about 18 years old. Yeah, about 18.
So how did you first get started? Who influenced you?
Ain't nobody really influenced me, you know what I'm saying? I just was just tired of being on the streets, you know what I'm saying? Had to get up off that, you know?
I see. So where you from?
Biggie, coming in. Me and my bitch. We got. It took a dark turn at the end, man.
Man, it did. I didn't see that coming, man. But I guess that's, you know, it was a brilliant way to turn it, just because to show you the violence that it was.
And it's an interesting song too, because it's, you know, it got a lot of violent tendencies, this and that. But the beat was very chill.
Yeah, it was
underneath the whole time. So he talks about this girl. You know, he first picked her up. He didn't really see much in her, but it didn't take long before he made her his wife. And so then he admits that she was helping him out. He could see that she was different and whatnot. Then verse 2 comes in, and she's not like the other girls Biggie comes across, because she's not just gonna let him do what he wants.
No, he's not going to be able to play around on her. He's going to have a bad consequence.
One day she used my toothbrush to clean the toilet, throwing my clothes out the window, so when the wind blows, I see my polos and Timbos. I like it.
Dated, it's 1994, so you got your Timbos out there. You know, he talks about his pager in there, so.
I don't even, what's a Timbo?
Timberland.
Oh, Timberland. Okay, there we go.
I'm guessing. If I'm wrong, y'all let me know, but as someone who was very alive and well in the 90s, that's what I'm taking it for.
And, you know, at the end, hope we lie together, cry together, hope we die together. And then the third verse comes around where it really gets big. He's planning out one of his robberies, going in, grabbing the vest, grabbing the gun.
So she hits 911 on the pager, so he doesn't know what's going on. He called her back, and it just rung. So.
And then pulled up. Police was on the scene. He had to make sure the car was clean and everything.
Comes back.
Stashes the burner. Then he sees her dead, gunshot to the heart.
Knew it was meant for me, but they felt like they had to kill the one closest to him. When he finds him, Trey,
your life is coming to an end,
because they killed his best friend. So,
ooh. And then it was interesting too. We had the little skit at the end there.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting way to end that.
Where Biggie was talking about he had to, he wanted to first start rapping to get up off the streets, man, and use his talent in that way. And then that transitioned us, and that next song is Big Papa, one of his most famous tunes, man. I guess. So, very interesting song. Definitely I can see what they were saying at the start. There's more than what meets the eye.
Exactly.
If somebody came out with this track today, they'd
get absolutely barbecued.
They'd be taken out, man. But you got to remember the time and place there, and again the context of this concept record as well, and just kind of how.
I'm getting old. It's 26 years ago.
Yeah.
Sheesh, man.
How it just fits into kind of the Ready to Die concept and Big's persona here. Very interesting track, Rory. Appreciate you
definitely
bringing it to us. And I think one of the things, too, that impresses me about Biggie's flow, why he's talked about as one of the greats, is his delivery and vocal.
Yeah, it's just tremendous,
like,
man.
You know, he just, you hear him, you think he should be a rapper because he's just able to flow the words.
So smooth, man.
Yeah, that's a good word
so
for
smooth.
it. You know, because you hear some rappers, you can tell.
It's forced, it's very produced. Yeah, exactly.
Whereas here, man, Biggie's just going from one line to the next. So let us know what you think of this track. Thanks again, Rory. Thanks again,
you, Rory.
Dad, for
fun,
hopping
man.
on, man. Going back to your 90s.
My 90s stuff, man.
And until next time, y'all, thanks for watching. Happy listening. We will see you.